stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Morning, everyone. Hey, Jeff, you were able to join us live, man. Good to see you, dude. Jeff's on Instagram. So I do Instagram on my phone. They let me do an RTMP with it, but it doesn't work very well. I can't see them. I don't know who's on, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't connect very well. I might try it again here shortly. Morning, Jill. Good to see you, honey. So before I get started today, I'm wasting time till people show up. Look, at least I try and keep it entertaining. Heck, you guys got to hear me sing Mr. Rogers yesterday. So, I mean, gosh, if I can't be any more entertaining than that, I don't know what else I could do for you. Then it's Sunday, so a lot of people are actually in church right now. So let's go ahead and get started. We're talking about shyness, but before I get started on that, I want to talk about something else, right? Is that the way it usually is? Of course, now I don't remember what it is I was going to talk about. So why don't we just get started? I thought it would come back to me here in a second, but it hasn't come back. These will pop up during it. So let's get started. Of course, it's going to bug me. October 24th. So many of us in the program went through childhood as well as a part of adult lives emotionally shackled with the terrible burden called shyness. And I saw this and I very much wanted to talk about it. And I'll tell you why. Because by nature, I am a very shy person. I'm not shy anymore. Well, I can be. Just ask my wife. I can be shy. The thing is when alcohol came around, that shyness kind of went away. And I started running my mouth. Also, at the age of 17, what I decided to do was, and I still try and do this to this day, even while I was drinking and everything, is you got to put a smile on one person's face a day. You got to make one person laugh a day. One rule. It can never be the same person twice. So that means once you've gone through your family, your friends, and everything else, you're going to have to make the checkout person laugh. You're going to have to make that person laugh that's walking down the street. You're going to find yourself having to go out of your way in order to make somebody else's life better. It was a trick that I used to get me out of my shyness. Now, why was I shy? I was shy from the very beginning. I was one of those kids where only my mom, my grandma, and my auntie could hold me until I was about 18 months old. Probably because from the very beginning, I knew not to trust people. And I've always been quiet because I was a shy kid because I had other things that I dealt with, and I didn't want to open my mouth for the fear of being made fun of for my current condition. So I just kept my mouth shut. I did my own thing. I spent most times on the playground by myself. And I'm still okay with that. I don't know what my life would have been like. I didn't have very many friends. And to this day, I don't keep very many friends. That's where my shyness comes in, is once you get into the deep-rooted part of Dion, you're going to find something else. And sometimes people don't like it. So go out of your comfort zone in order to grow. Spiritual lines, principles. We grow through what we go through. Love it. we found it difficult to walk into a crowded room, to converse even with our friends, to make eye contact with anyone. The agonies we suffered. I'll let you guys know that I'm kind of going through this myself right now. I cannot make small talk. I have a hard time making small talk because there's just I deal with too many other things, and I'm not very good at it. So when I'm out socially, I kind of need to be around people that are like-minded. Um, or I may get bored, and if I get bored, I'm just going to leave. We learn in the program that shyness is just another manifestation of self-centered fear, which is the root of all of our character defects. Yeah, so let's get to shyness in the part of talking to meetings. So the number one fear is public speaking. The second biggest fear is death. So people would rather die than speak publicly, right? But we gotta speak our truth at some point. We really, really do. Because your story, your experience, your strength and hope will help other people. Right? If you're finding it hard to talk at a meeting, this is what I do. When as soon as the serenity prayer is over, I continue on a little bit and I say, God, if I speak today, please make me an instrument. And please utilize me to talk through me. And that's what I do. See, now I got God on my side. And I might think of some things that I might have to say, but I really don't. I really don't. And you'll get used to it. So what you do is you go to a meeting, you raise your hand. My name's Dion. I'm an alcoholic. Right? Covered the first step right there. All right. And then you share your experience, your strength, and hope for 3 to 5 minutes and shut your fucking mouth. That's it. There is no more. Right? And I don't like it when you start talking over 5 minutes. People start getting uppity. So if that's the rule, in that group, then you follow it. Last night I went to a meeting where they didn't want people talking about drugs or mental health. I have to respect that. In my home group, we talk about that stuff all the time. And each group is autonomous and it's there for a reason, right? I'm so off shyness. Shyness specifically is the fear of what others think or might think about us. Yes, that's what it is. I'll give you a great example. Ran the meeting the other day, went great, except I forgot how the third step prayer started, right? If that would have been 2 years ago, I would have beat the shit out of myself about that. Now I can laugh at myself because it's funny. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody else got a good laugh. I got a good laugh. Doesn't matter. But that's exactly what shyness is the fear of what other people are going to think of you. To our enormous relief, our shyness gradually leaves as we work the program and interact with others. Am I aware that I'm okay as long as I don't concentrate on me? All right? So that means that the more you do it, the easier it's going to get. All right? And I don't care if you have 2 days. I want to hear what you have to say, man. Go ahead and get that shit off your chest. I don't mind. I want to hear it because it's going to remind me of what it was like, and I need to be reminded. And I had 12 years in a relapse. So I'm going to tell you that I do everything I can to ensure my sobriety every single day. That means I go to meetings every day. It means I do service work every single day. Right? And I enjoy it. It's not work to me. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy getting on the phone with my friends and discussing the problems of the world and what we might be able to do to change them in a positive solution way. I love doing it. I love getting together with people and creating something and just watching the ripple happen. It brings me joy. It's how I get paid, which honestly makes me very rich because God blesses me a lot. God, may I be grateful that I am getting over my shyness after years of pulling back from the people squirming, blushing, blurting out all the wrong things or saying nothing at all, then reliving the agonies and imagining what I should have said and done. Yet, we cannot live in shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Nope. May know that it has taken full-blown addiction and a lot of caring people to convince me that I'm okay and you're okay and he's okay and so is she. Today I'll remember a cure for shyness is caring about somebody else. It's a good cure for it. So, you got to kind of get over yourself. Go talk to that person that's new. Or, morning, Jackie. Good to see you. Reach out to that newcomer. Or, maybe you haven't heard from a friend in a little bit. Call them and ask them one simple question. How are you doing? Why is that important that we do things like that every now and again? Because nobody ever calls and says, how are you doing? No, if my phone rings, somebody wants or needs something, right? It's not an unreasonable expectation. That's why I gave my phone number. But gosh, it's nice every now and then when I get a phone call, just said, you were on my mind. I wanted to make sure you were doing okay. I wanted to just yak with you. Sometimes people are like, Dion, I like talking with you once a month because you bring me back up. That's what I like doing. I provide hope and passion. I will build you back up. Absolutely. Well, I'll help you. Because being honest means that I can see all your good qualities too. And I'm going to focus in on those. I'm going to make you work on them. I like to call myself, and this isn't ego talk, and I hope you guys know me well enough by now, but I'm what's called a catalyst. That means if you are working on something and you hang out with me, it is going to speed up very quickly. Right? And that's why a lot of people are uncomfortable around me, because they know that if I'll see right through your bullshit. And that's why I make people uncomfortable. So when I make people uncomfortable like that, you know what I do? I go talk to them so they can see that I'm nothing to be afraid of, that I actually want you to be happy. I do. Like right now, I want my brother-in-law to be I want him to be happy so bad that I'm angry at him. You guys get that, right? He's a normie. He deserves to be fucking happy, man. He does. So, and we all do. We all do. We're children of God. God don't make no junk, right? Service work is a life insurance policy. You bet your ass it is, because with us, to drink is to die. Even if I didn't put alcohol in me, let's say I had a slip and I'm on a dry drunk, that's gonna kill me too. You bet. Anger, rage will kill you. It'll give you a heart attack. It'll give you a stroke. No, I'm not fucking kidding. So when people say your emotions aren't going to kill you, you can piss off, because that's not my experience. It is very, very uncomfortable for me. But that's because I have things beyond. So I take care of those things. All right? And then I get to put a few good days in a row together. So, all right. That's going to be it for daily reflection. No Bronco game today, so thank God. Because I don't think I can handle it today. Dear Lord. So, I want to go out with a little bit of hope. I want you to remember back when you were drinking, and I want you to remember the guilt that you felt because you had hurt people in your life. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take the opposite of that, because you can make just as big, if not a bigger ripple with being positive and just being an example. That's what I wanted to talk about at the beginning. It just came back to me. So work on being the example. Be something that other people want. Okay? That's going to take some work. I'm getting to the place where I am becoming what other people want in their life. And it takes time. It takes persistence. Okay? And we don't give up. There are days when I get frustrated and I want to just throw it all away. It passes. I let you guys know about it and I never leave. Just as Jill. I don't ever go away. I don't. So, all right, guys. Remember that only God can determine your worth. Let's go with that. All right. Go out there and be a good example. All right. To your children, to your roommates, to your wife, and pretty much everyone around you. All right. I love you guys. Peace out and have